Namaste. Myself Dr. Krishnamurthy, working as Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, JSS Arts, Science and Commerce College, Gokak. It is affiliated to Rani Channamma University, Belgavi. Here I am going to explain the concept of the chapter Metallurgy. This comes in BSc 3rd semester syllabus. As we know, in the periodic table there are 118 elements. Among these, most of the elements are metals, some are non-metals and a few are metalloids. So earth crust is the main source of many elements. Among these elements, 70% are metals. So aluminum is the most abundant element of the earth crust. It is about 7.5%. Next is iron, that is 4.5%. Of course, oxygen is also 49% and silicon 26%. These are non-metals. Metal occur in nature in two forms. One is native state and another is combined state. In native state, the elements which have less reactivity. Before that, this classification based on the chemical reactivity. The elements which have less chemical reactivities and these occur in nature in free state or native state. For example, gold, silver, platinum, etc. Next, combined state. In these elements which have highly reactive and they occur in nature in combined state as their compounds such as oxides, sulfides, carbonates, halides, etc. For example, iron, manganese, nickel, copper, zinc, lead, etc. These are all in combined state or as they obtain in the form of compounds, and they are called minerals also. The definition of mineral is these are the naturally occurring metallic compounds which are obtained by mining is called minerals. For example, hematite is a mineral of iron. Next important term is ore. So ore is a mineral from which metal can be extracted easily, that is conveniently and profitably or economically, that is considered as ore. For example, hematite is an ore of iron from which iron can be extracted economically. Similarly, bauxite is an ore of aluminium, galena PPS is an ore of lead, etc. Thus, ore is a mineral. The important sentence is all ores are minerals, but all minerals are not ores. So we already know the definition of mineral and ore. So mineral is naturally occurring metallic compounds which are obtained by mining. Ore is a mineral from which metal can be extracted conveniently and profitably. Here, all ores are minerals, but all minerals are not ores. In simple way, if you take 4 samples of same metal or same element with a different percentage, for example, sample 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 samples contain same metal with a different percentage. For example, sample 1 contains 40% of metal. Sample 2 contains 60% of metal. Sample 3 contains 90% of metal. Sample 4 contains some 50% of metal. All these samples are considered as mineral, but sample 3 is considered as ore because from this sample we can get a metal conveniently and profitably. Therefore, sample 3 is the ore and all the samples are minerals. Therefore, all ores are minerals, but all minerals are not ores. And the next important term is gong or matrix. The unwanted impurities such as sand, clay, mud, dust, etc. present in a mineral, that is called gong or matrix. That is impurities present in a mineral, which is called gong or matrix. Okay, next there are different types of ores: oxide ore, sulfide ore, carbonate ore, halide ore, sulfate ore, etc. We write in a table. This is a combined state oxide ore. In oxide ore, the metal, the examples of oxide ore is the hematite. The composition is Fe2O3, magnetite, Fe3O4, limonite, Fe2O3, 3H2O, and chromite, FeOCr2O3. All these ore or minerals contains the metal iron. Among these, hematite is the principal ore of iron. So these are the oxide ores. Next type is carbonate ore. Carbonate ore. The examples are calcite, that is calcium carbonate, dolomite, that is calcium carbonate, and magnesium carbonate. Here the present metals are calcium in calcite, calcium and magnesium in dolomite. Next other type sulfide ore. Example: iron pyrites, FeS2. Next zinc blended, ZnS, galena, PbS, then cinnabar, HgS. So these are the examples. In this iron pyrites, that is Fe, zinc blended Zn, in galena lead, in cinnabar mercury. And the other type of ore is halides. The examples are that is common salt or rock salt, that is sodium chloride. Here the present metal is sodium, and cryolite. The composition is Na3AnF6. Here aluminum is present. So these are different types of ores: oxide, carbonate, sulfide, and halide ores. So next, metallurgy. So what is meant by metallurgy? So metallurgy is the branch of science which deals with the principles and process of extraction of metal from the respective ores is called metallurgy. Once again, metallurgy is the branch of science which deals with the study of principles and process of extraction of metal from their ores is called metallurgy. The important steps or the common steps involved in metallurgy are: metallurgy. One, crushing of ore. Second one, concentration of ore. The third one, extraction of crude metal from concentrated ore. The last fourth step is refining of crude metal to form pure metal. So these are the important steps in metallurgical processes. One is crushing of air, and second one is concentration of ore. Third one is extraction of crude metal from concentrated ore, and the fourth one is refining of crude metal to form pure metal. So let us discuss one by one in detail. Crushing of ore. Here, large pieces of ore are crushed or broken into small pieces with the help of jaw crushers. The huge pieces or large pieces of ore are crushed, broken into small pieces with the help of jaw crushers, and the process of grinding the crushed ore into a very fine powder is called pulverization. So the process of crushing or grinding the small pieces into a fine powder with the help of stamp mill is called pulverization. The obtained ore is called pulverized ore or powdered ore. This is the first step. So next is concentration of ore. Concentration of ore, here the removal of unwanted materials. Unwanted materials, nothing but impurities or gangue particles from ore particles. That is the main principle. Concentration of ore is the removal or separation of gangue particles, impurities from the ore particles. This is also called ore dressing or ore beneficiation. This process involves various methods. This process, concentration of ore, involves various methods. That is depending upon the nature of ore. So this is the concentration of ore. It is also called ore dressing, ore beneficiation. The important thing is removal of gangue particles and ore particles. Removal or separation. So this process involves various methods. That is gravity separation method, magnetic separation method, froth flotation process, and leaching. These are different methods are used to concentrate ore from the powdered ore. That depends, which method depends upon the nature of ore, whether it is oxide ore or sulfide ore, halide ore, carbonate ore. So let us discuss one by one. In gravity separation, here the main thing is ore particles are heavier than gangue particles. So ore particles are heavier than the gangue particles, and this method is applicable for oxide ores. So in this, powdered ore containing both impurities and ore particles. So powdered ore is washed with a stream of water, a current of water here. So the lighter impurities or gangue particles washed with the water and left behind the heavier ore particles. Here water is running with the impurities, that is gangue particles, and collected. Here the ore particles, the heavier ore particles are settled. The lighter impurities are washed with the water. This is the gravity separation method. This method is also called hydraulic washing or levitation. This method. In this, major thing is the difference between the density or specific gravity of gangue and ore particles. This is the gravity separation method. From this method, we can separate ore particles and the impurities. That is the main thing. So this is concentrated ore. This is the gravity separation method. So next, magnetic separation method. The main principle here, either ore particles or gangue particles must be magnetic in nature. One of the either ore particles or gangue particles magnetic in nature. Generally, ore particles contains metals, therefore they show magnetic in nature. Here there are two rollers. Among these two, one is magnetic roller and they contain a moving bed. When powder ore is dropped over the moving bed around the roller, the magnetic roller which attracts the magnetic part of the powdered ore and fall near the roller. The non-magnetic impurities which fall away from the roller. This is the separation of ore particles and gangue particles. So this is the magnetic separation method. Here either ore particles or gangue particles should be magnetic in nature. The powdered ore is dropped on the moving bed. The magnetic roller which attracts the magnetic part of the powdered ore which fall near the magnetic roller, and the non-magnetic part, that is impurities, which fall away from the roller. By this way we can separate the ore particles and gangue particles. The obtained ore is concentrated ore from the powdered ore. This is magnetic separation method. So next is Froth flotation process. This method is applied for the concentration of sulfide ores. In this, powdered ore and water taken in a tank, powdered ore and water taken in a tank, then pine oil and sodium ethyl xanthate are added to the mixture. These reagents, pine oil and sodium ethyl xanthate, these reagents increase the preferential wetting property of ore particles, and these are called collectors. In addition, aniline or cresol is added to the mixture. They They act as froth stabilizers. So aniline or cresol added to the mixture, they act as froth stabilizer. Then air is blown to the mixture. It is agitated. So during the agitation, what happens? Froth is formed. During the agitation, froth is formed. The important thing is ore is wetted by oil and impurities or gangue particles wetted by the water. That is very important. So the ore particles wetted by oil, they come to surface of the tank, and the gangue particles wetted by water, they settle at the bottom. Then this froth is separated, dried, and we get a concentrated ore. This is the froth flotation process. Here we are prefer the sulfide ores. In case of two sulfide ores, that means a mixture of sulfide ores present, then for example the zinc sulfide, that is a zinc blende, and galena, PBS, lead sulfide. If the mixture of sulfide ore present, then a substance is added that is called depressants. Depressant nothing but or the definition of depressant is, it is the substance which prevents one of the particle, the formation of froth. That is the role of depressant, which prevents the formation of froth from one particle, and on the other hand, other one is form froth. For example, in a zinc sulfide and lead sulfide mixture, sodium cyanide is added, acts as a depressant. This is a mixture of sulfide. If it is one mixture, no problem. If mixture of sulfide, zinc sulfide, lead sulfide or other sulfide, so depressant is added. For particularly zinc sulfide and lead sulfide, sodium cyanide is added as a depressant. This sodium cyanide forms a complex with zinc sulfide surface, and it prevents the formation of froth from zinc sulfide. On the other hand, lead sulfide forms froth. By this way, we can separate the sulfide ores. That is the role of depressant. So this is the process of froth rotation process. And the last method is leaching. So leaching is the chemical process by the treatment of the powder ore with a suitable reagent. The important thing is the ore particles, the only ore particles goes into the solution and left behind the impurities. Impurities are undissolved. We can separate it by easily filtration. That is leaching process. So example, leaching of alumina from bauxite. The last method is leaching. So in leaching, it is a chemical process by the treatment of compressed ore with a suitable reagent. The fourth method is leaching. Example, alumina from bauxite. So what happens in leaching? So the powdered ore is treated with a suitable reagent. The ore particles goes into the solution and left behind impurities. So the powdered ore alumina is taken, A2O3 2H2O is the bauxite. The powdered ore is reacts with aqueous solution of sodium hydroxide. Aqueous solution of sodium hydroxide. This is solid. This is aqueous liquid. So the powdered ore or impure is digested with the aqueous sodium hydroxide solution. We get a soluble sodium aluminate. Sodium aluminate. So ore particles are dissolved. The soluble solution, this is the sodium aluminate, and left behind the impurities. Impurities can be separated by filtration. Next, this sodium aluminate is treated, or sodium aluminate is neutralized by passing carbon dioxide. Sodium aluminate, is treated with carbon dioxide. At this stage, we add a freshly prepared aluminum hydroxide as seeding agent, which ensures the further formation of aluminum hydroxide from the solution. Then we get a hydrated alumina and sodium bicarbonate and water. This is aqueous. Here also aqueous. This is a precipitate. So we get a hydrated alumina precipitate. This is PPT. The precipitate of aluminum hydrate is filtered and dried, and it is heated to high temperature for about 1473 Kelvin. Then we get a pure alumina. So hydrated An2O3 H2O is heated 1473 Kelvin. We get a pure alumina and water. This is pure. So this is the leaching process. Pure alumina we get, that is the concentrated ore from the powdered ore. Concentrated ore from the powdered. This is the leaching process. So once again, the powdered ore is digested with aqueous sodium hydroxide solution to give a soluble sodium aluminate solution. Then the sodium aluminate is neutralized by passing carbon dioxide gas. At this stage, aluminum hydroxide is added as a seeding agent, and it induces the further formation of aluminum hydroxide precipitate in the solution. Then we get aluminum hydrate precipitate. Aluminum hydrate precipitate. Then precipitate is filtered, dried, and it is heated to high temperature for about 1473 Kelvin. We get a pure alumina or the concentrated ore. So in this way, these are different methods. We get a concentrated ore from the powder ore. So one is gravity separation method, magnetic separation, fourth rotation process, and the leaching. These are different methods. Depending on the nature of oxides. We get a concentrated ore. Thank you.